two. Welcome to the video, man. It's your boy BRT, aka the God in the building, man. Listen, I got a good video for y'all today. So today, man, we back at it again with KTO, man. Somebody let KTO, man. Somebody let him know, man. I really fuck with his videos, man. But we back with another video ranking each first round QB situation. I think this is going off of, I'm pretty sure it's going off of this last draft that just happened about maybe a week ago, last week or something. So yeah, let's get to the video, man.
The 2024 NFL Draft was insane. 6 quarterbacks were selected
hell
in
of
the
a
top
draft.
12,
Hell of a draft.
each landing in
I feel like
unique
every team did
places
good.
that have their pros and cons. Now, the truth for these guys is it's often just as much about where you land as it is how talented you are. So in today's video, I want to investigate each first-round rookie quarterback situation and rank it on a tier list. Now, the draft itself set an all-time record for draft attendance, with over 700,000 people attending over the course of the 3 days. And I was fortunate enough to be a part of it, courtesy of today's video sponsor, SeatGeek, and the Arizona. They got to draft with there are more than 70,000 on a
Trying to use me to get paid.
Tik-Tok go. This is about as favorable as it gets. Normally, the team picking here was atrocious the previous season, but the Bears were a 7-win team last year, with the major concern really being at quarterback. The roster had some promising pieces in 2023, which will still be a part of the team in 2024, including wide receiver DJ Moore and tight end Cole Kmet, who both proved extremely effective in the pass game. And throughout this offseason, the Bears have really bolstered this offense with multiple weapons, including veteran Keenan Allen, running back DeAndre Swift, tight end Gerald Everett, and wide receiver Rome Odunze.
Damn, they got Gerald Everett too? Oh my God,
also,
I didn't
they
know
added
that.
Depth to the offensive line, which should be at least average.
Oh, he must have made this video before. They got Keenan Allen.
Now, on the flip side, it is Chicago. They have struggled offensively for most of their modern history.
Cooked.
But with that said, Caleb is easily one of the most talented quarterbacks this organization has ever had. Also, things do change, and I like this situation a lot. The team hired offensive coordinator Shane Waldron, who proved himself to be able to revive Geno Smith in Seattle. Factoring in a favorable offensive situation alongside Caleb's outstanding talent, I'll give his situation an A tier. Honestly, this might be the best situation at #1 overall quarterback.
And he got like a solid defense to help him out on the other end too. I like that.
With the #2 overall pick, Washington fans are seeing 2012 deja vu with Jaden Daniels. As Washington is not that bad of a situation for being the second
why you
pick.
just jinx Washington
However,
like that?
It's not as impressive as Chicago.
Well with RG3
Last season, they struggled offensively and saw most of the coaching staff get fired. The team hired defensive-minded Dan Quinn as the head coach and brought in Cliff Kingsbury as offensive coordinator, which will be a good fit for Jaden Daniels. Outside of Terry McLaurin, their weapons offensively are average. They brought in Austin Eckler and Zach Ertz.
They have no one else besides Terry Scary,
are not huge splash signings by any means. This team will be somewhat of a wild card, since their offense will look so much different, going from that West Coast style with Sam Howell to an air raid RPO style with Jaden Daniels. But one of the biggest issues this team will have is figuring out how they're going to manage on the offensive line.
It was a little bit of both.
At the end of 2023, the Commanders had one of the worst O-lines in the league, and they cut their best offensive linemen in the offseason. With no clear answer at left tackle for now, they project as one of the worst O-lines entering 2024, which spells disaster for a rookie quarterback. I like Daniels the player, but I think this first year might be tough considering the O-line and the average pieces around him.
I give him
C. So this situation lands in C tier.
C, yeah.
With the 3rd overall pick, the New Era Patriots selected Drake May, the most prototypical quarterback of the class, considering his size and arm talent. Honestly,
is Drake May really like that? Like, someone let me know. Somebody let me know in the comment section. Is he really like that?
The time to learn. Yet,
I don't know much about Drake May.
The worst situation of all the quarterbacks, and will probably start day 1. There's just hardly anything positive to say about this situation. They were arguably the worst offense last season, and they didn't add any pieces in free agency that make you go, wow, this team looks so much better. Their best receivers entering 2024 are Kendrick Bourne, who had 400 yards last year, and second-round rookie Jalen Polk, who might be good, but is a rookie. With a first-time head coach taking over the Patriots, hardly any weapons that have proven to be good, and worst of all, an offensive line that doesn't project well entering 2024.
Right above the
there is going to
Redskins.
be some serious growing pains. They do have Jacoby Brissett, and hopefully he can somewhat shoulder the load during this rough transition period. But either way, Drake May's situation goes in D tier.
Oh, they gave him a D?
With the 8th pick.
I guess that makes sense though, cause no, but really a D? I would have went C also, cause I guess you could go D. I'd go C with Drake May though, cause I mean, he got drafted to a similar. He got drafted to a similar situation that Jaden Daniels did. No O-line. The only difference is Jaden Daniels actually has an offensive weapon. He has Terry Scary. Drake May don't really have none. I guess, yeah, I guess.
2024 NFL Draft. The Atlanta Falcons select Michael Penix Jr.
Well, there it is.
This was shocking, but I liked it though.
When the Falcons selected Penix Jr.,
I ain't gonna lie. I think this is a good pick, because let me tell you something. Kirk Cousins is going to be hurt by week 4, week 5.
everyone was shocked. After signing Kirk Cousins to a 4-year deal in free agency,
And they
parading
obviously
him
don't
around
even
town,
trust Kirk like
the
that.
Falcons
for
went
them to
ahead
go
and
for
drafted
their
another
first-
quarterback in
their
the top
first
10.
round
There will be
pick
some
on a
awkward team
quarterback.
dynamics considering the relationship between Cousins and the front office. But this video's purpose is to analyze the situation for Penix himself. Out of all the first-round quarterbacks, Penix will probably sit the longest unless an injury takes place. Although he has been described as one of the most plug-and-play guys because of experience, it's not a bad thing in the NFL to sit for a year and learn the ropes from a veteran. Lamar Jackson, Patrick Mahomes, and Jordan Love are great examples of this playing out effectively. This seems like one of the most sound strategies in terms of
why not
building
Hurts
up a
though?
young
Why we couldn't use
quarterback.
Hurts as an
But
example?
we just see the impatience set in too often, and
Hurts
guys
sat for
are
like 2
thrust
seasons.
into the
He
starting
got
role.
thrown in a game.
The worry here is that with a new coaching staff, including a first-time head coach and first-time offensive coordinator, you just don't know what you're going to get. They could have a whole new staff by the time Penix plays. But as of right now, Atlanta has some nice offensive pieces in a weak division, including Drake London, Bijan Robinson, new signee Darryl Mooney, and perhaps the revival of Kyle Pitts with a better quarterback under center. Plus, they project to have a top 5 offensive line entering 2024. So if Penix does see the field, it's a hugely favorable situation. This one's a bit of an unknown, but assuming Penix sits at least a year, I will give this situation a B tier.
I like that.
JJ McCarthy couldn't
this
have
nigga
asked
F.
for a better
Give
situation.
this nigga an
Minnesota
F.
is the most stable
Oh my God, JJ
organization
McCarthy's so
offensively out of
ass.
all these teams that picked a quarterback, considering Kevin O'Connell has been the head coach for years and is seen as a promising young head coach. And also
He's
their
just
offensive
mid,
coordinator has been
bro.
there the past 2 years. Stability does wonders for a franchise. This offense has been built for Kirk Cousins, which is great for a guy like McCarthy. He doesn't have the same ceiling as the other quarterbacks, but shows promise as a game manager type, which really isn't a bad thing in the NFL. Plus, McCarthy will have incredible weapons, including the best receiver in the
This nigga
league,
low-key remind me
Justin
of a more
Jefferson,
athletic
a
version
solid
of
number 2
Brock
Jordan
Purdy.
Addison, and an
If
amazing
not the
receiving
same.
tight end, TJ Hawkinson from last season.
JJ's
Also,
not going
they
to be
signed
there,
running
buddy.
back Aaron
He's
Jones
going to
and
request a
did bring in a
trade.
veteran quarterback in Sam Darnold, so they can always start with him first and work in
I forgot
McCarthy
they got Aaron
whenever they
Jones.
feel it's time. Also, they have a projected top 10 offensive line. So honestly, it doesn't get much more favorable than this. I don't think he'll be the best quarterback of the bunch, but he certainly has the best and most stable situation. So I'm going to put his situation in S tier.
Wow, they give him an S tier.
This last one's interesting. It's the one I'm most unsure about. Nix was the least desired of the top 6, but those who defended him comped him to Drew Brees for his decision making and short area accuracy. Obviously, anytime you're compared to a Hall of Famer, you're set up to fail. But not talking about the level of play, and more about the style of play, and you get what Sean Payton likes in a quarterback. A guy who can take the snap, make his read, and get the ball out quickly. Obviously, the difference was that Drew Brees had multiple pro seasons under his belt when he joined forces with Payton, whereas Nix is a rookie. I think Denver does have some good pieces offensively. Also, I believe this roster will be one of the weaker ones of the 6 for the next few years, considering how much they're eating in the dead cap because of Russell Wilson. They will have an average offensive line, and their offensive weapons are promising, but they won't be the most spectacular offense in the world.
I feel like
Because
Bo
Sean
nigga have
Payton
an
has
average
proven his
season.
ability to elevate
I don't feel like he'll
quarterbacks,
have a bad
Nix is in
season,
good
but I don't feel like he's gonna have
hands.
a
I
good,
just feel
like a
like
hell
there
of
will
a
be
good
at least some
season.
growing pains in year 1.
He probably going
I'll put
C.
his situation in B tier.
Oh, I would have put him with Jaden Daniels.
Play action and Bo.
I would put Bo with Jaden.
Johnson. How about that? Brothers.
Man, that was a fire. That was a good video. Good video, man. Let me see. See, I would rank it. I ain't gonna lie. Okay, we gotta go off QB situations. Okay, I guess JJ McCarthy's situation probably is an S. The way he broke it down, I guess S does make sense. I don't know about Drake May being at D. I would have put him at C. I wouldn't have put any of them at D. I'm gonna be honest with you, but I guess if we had to go S through D, I guess Drake May's situation probably does make the most sense for D. But damn, he is really in the worst situation. That's crazy. And at that, they drafted another quarterback after they drafted him. So honestly, his job is not even like really secured for real. Even if Brissett does play ass, he might get outplayed in training camp or preseason and become third string. That's crazy. I guess I can agree with this list. I can agree with this list. Man. But yeah, that's it for this video, man. Y'all want me to react to anything else? Sports wise, anything, it doesn't matter. Just leave it in the comment section or send it to me, whatever, man. But y'all like, comment, subscribe, and share, man. I'm out.